A family says a vacation meant to make memories has scarred them for life.
Yeah, Jackie, that father says his 15-year-old daughter was raped at the Nassau, Bahamas resort by a man in his late 50s who they say had no business being at the resort.
And that family has hired a Miami law firm. And as NBC6's Alyssa Hyman reports, they are now suing the resort company.
Well, the family says the resort should have had security in place to prevent something like this from happening.
This monster, has destroyed her innocence.
This father asked us to hide his face and his name to protect his teenage daughter.
This is just the worst thing that could possibly happen to a family other than a loss of a life. It was so traumatic.
Last April, he and his family left from Pennsylvania to vacation in the Bahamas, staying at the Grand Hyatt Baha Resort, which online markets itself as a family-friendly resort. But they say what was supposed to be a dream getaway turned into a nightmare.
She's 15. She is a very social person, and this has tremendously impacted how she interacts with a number of people.
This is the bruising on his 15-year-old daughter's leg from when he says she was lured and raped by a 58-year-old Bahamian man in the Cabana area of the resort. His attorney gave us these photos.
It was horrific.
It happened in the early morning hours of April 4th. His daughter had left the room to finish a phone call with a friend.
We noticed that she was gone, probably around an hour later that she wasn't back in the room.
Worried, he tracked her phone to the Cabanas, where he says he found that man raping his daughter.
I pushed him off and checked my daughter and just stayed between my daughter and this man. The thing that was very troubling to me is he was very collected.
A Grand Hyatt Baha spokesperson telling us after learning of this situation, colleagues at the property immediately provided care for the victim and her family and worked with Baha security and local authorities on their investigation. The man was arrested and criminally charged and is set to stand trial in the Bahamas next month. The family is now suing Hyatt Hotels for more than $10 million, saying the man had no business being on the property and legally wasn't allowed to gamble at the casino there, alleging the resort didn't provide proper security to prevent something like this from happening.
There should have been an adequate security presence that would be there to protect against this type of an incident.
The Grand Hyatt Baha went on to say, while it's our policy not to comment on potential or pending litigation, our thoughts are with the victim and her family following this terrible incident. The safety and security of our guests and colleagues are always a top priority. And we did reach out to Bahamian authorities for the man's arrest report and mugshot. However, police told us that they are not obligated to release anything to us since we are outside of their jurisdiction. Now, the family worries that there may be other victims out there, and they hope this story encourages them to come forward. The family also tells us they would like to see Hyatt take steps to improve safety and security on the resort. For now, reporting in Miami, Alyssa Hyman, NBC6 News.
Well, late this evening, the suspect, Henry Richard Nixon, responded to our request for comment. Alyssa interviewed him via Zoom. He was in the Bahamas with his attorney.
I'm absolutely not guilty. None of the charges are true.
How did you even come into contact with her? And did you have sex with a 15-year-old?
Well, my client is completely innocent as it relates to this case. Because it's an ongoing case, he's not allowed or he's not able to comment on anything at this time, seeing as though the case has not even started as yet. So he still maintains his innocence as it relates to any offense as it relates to this young lady. This case and the lies that were told against us was extremely damaging. I mean, mentally, physically, and emotionally, it just broke my family up. It's been completely awful.
Nixon claims he has no criminal record there in the Bahamas.